Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
That's what I'm talking about. It's Wednesday, and all of our guests today, including Ross Tucker, standing by, brought to you by our title sponsor, Able Auctions, ableauctions.ca, as we're joined by Ross from the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, CBS Sports, and Westwood One. Ross, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
It is my pleasure. I'm doing wonderful. Great to talk with you guys on a Wednesday this week.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Ross, your latest power rankings, I think I've got this right. You've got the Colts at number 1.
Wow.
And it surprises a lot of people, especially when you look back to the start of the season. How come?
Well, I think they've been the best team so far, and they've certainly been the most consistent. You know, they're not only are they 5-1, 3 of their 5 wins, they've totally destroyed the other team. It wasn't even close. And the point I make about that is, I don't care who you're playing in the NFL or how bad they are, it is hard to blow teams out. So for them to already have 3 blowout wins over the Dolphins, over the Titans, trying to remember who the other one was, but the Raiders. They've blown 3 of them out. They had to have a game-winning drive against the Cardinals on Sunday. They got that done. Their only loss was at the Rams, and that's the game where A.D. Mitchell dropped the ball going in for the touchdown. They were going to go up 2 touchdowns, and he just let go of the ball. They would have won that game. So I'm believing what I'm seeing. You know, you get to this point, 6 games into the season, you know, whatever that is, 40% into the season. That's enough of a sample size. I'm going by what I see this year. What I see this year is that the Colts have been the most consistent team.
Not sure if we talked about this before, but Ross, what's the difference between Daniel Jones? I know it's early, but Daniel Jones in New York and Daniel Jones with the Colts?
Personnel and coaching. He has better personnel around him, much better than he ever had with the Giants. I mean, this is the best offensive line he's ever had. This is the best group of skill position players. You know, obviously Jonathan Taylor is as good as any running back in the league right now, so he's up there with what Saquon was for Daniel Jones. And then it's pretty clear. Now, I'm sure Daniel Jones has improved, and maybe the time last year in Minnesota helped him, but it's pretty clear that they're putting him in a better chance to have success than he ever was with the Giants. And I think the offensive line is probably the biggest reason for that, but I also think Shane Steichen and that coaching staff in Indianapolis deserve a ton of credit for putting him in these positions to have success. He just looks very, very comfortable getting the ball out of his hands quickly, making smart decisions. He had a bad pick against the Cardinals, but that's kind of been few and far between so far.
Hey, Ross, winning on the road is supposed to be tough in the NFL. It is for everybody but the Seahawks. 9 straight, 10-1 in their last 11 away from Seattle. Boy, how do you explain that?
I can't and I don't. And, you know, because not only are they winning on the road 9 in a row, which is wildly impressive, but, you know, Seattle is far from every team they play.
Yeah.
It's not like any of these games are close. These are all legit road trips, and yet they go out there and they don't usually just win. They usually make it very clear. They take care of business. It's super impressive. I bet you Mike McDonald is getting a lot of calls from other coaches, college coaches, NFL coaches. Dude, how are you doing this? What are you doing? Meanwhile, I'm sure Mike McDonald's trying to figure out why they can't win a home.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, this is one that they should win because it's Monday Night Football, 10 o'clock Eastern time, which means 7 o'clock local.
Yep.
It's a golden opportunity for the 12-man Seahawks fans to really get fired up, get engaged, get after it, and, you know, with the hope being that they can get this win because they have a good team. They just need to be better at home, which is such a weird thing to say about any team, but especially the Seattle Seahawks.
Back-to-back losses to the Broncos and the Giants. Where's your concern level with the Eagles?
I would say it's up there after this last game against the Giants for sure. You know, because not only you lose to the Broncos late, okay, you can live with that, but the Giants and the way in which it happened. I mean, they 34-17, the Giants taking it to them physically, the Eagles not looking like it was as important to them as it was to the Giants. It was ugly. It was ugly. It looked like the Giants were the more physical, tougher, aggressive team. I'm fascinated to see how the Eagles look coming out of this mini bye against the Vikings after having a Thursday night game. In fairness, that they're going to be missing some of their best players. I don't know if Jalen Carter, the D tackle, will play. I doubt Quinyon Mitchell, the corner, will play. So they're missing some of their best players. Landon Dickerson will not, but that's no excuse. Nobody cares. There's teams, the Bucks and the Niners. I mean, there's teams with much, much worse injuries than the Eagles have.
Speaking of two straight losses, Ross, how do you explain Buffalo? Where's their game at? The Bills having lost two straight.
Well, that's another one where, they especially, the Eagles at least beat the Bucks, beat the Rams, beat the Chiefs. Eagles have some real deal wins. I think all three of those teams are in the top 5 of the Ross Tucker podcast power rankings. You referenced number 1 being the Colts. Meanwhile, the Bills, they didn't really beat anybody. I mean, they beat a bad Jets team, a bad Saints team, a bad Dolphins team. Didn't really even look that impressive in doing so. And then to lose back-to-back like this against, I would say, average teams like New England and Atlanta, they haven't even played good teams yet. What's going to happen to the Bills when they play a good team?
Hey, Ross, you worked Bears Commanders the other day. Jake Moody, 38-yard field goal as time expired to win it for Chicago, 4 for 5 on the day. He'd been in the team's been activated like 7 hours before the game. The teammates were just getting to know him. Then he ends up being the hero of the game. Can you relate to that at all? Anything like that happened during your career?
Yes, I can. For one, I remember I got cut by Washington, got picked up on waivers by the Dallas Cowboys, and I suited up on Sunday. We actually played Seattle, and that was the game where Emmitt Smith broke the all-time rushing record. And everything about it was weird and felt very uncomfortable. I ended up starting 7 games that year, and I'd only been there for a couple weeks when I was starting those games. Then New England, 2005, I get signed late in the season by the Patriots, and we win the game, and I go into the locker room, and there's a T-shirt hanging in my locker that says Division Champs. I'd only been there for 3 days. I was like, man, it was hard, but we did it. We got it done, fellas. We did it.
Tell me,
that's my only NFL division title was after 3 days with the Patriots.
Tell me you kept the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I did for a while, and then I finally gave it to somebody. I did for a while, but yeah, that was funny. That's the thing. You realize how hard it is to really win. That's actually also the only year I ever played in the playoff game. It was for the Patriots against the Broncos, just on special teams. But I think Tom Brady was 10-0 in playoff games, so they put me in. I have the distinction of being. I played my only playoff game I ever played in was Tom Brady's first playoff loss.
Wow, Ross. I don't know what Jets fans.
You didn't get a T-shirt for that. I bet.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know what Jets fans have done to deserve this. Just a horrible start. 82 yards total offense against the Broncos. Justin Fields is 45 yards passing. He's not cutting it. How do you fix that mess?
Well, I'm not sure they can.
No.
They really, the biggest takeaway for me is that you don't really know what you have in a head coach until they do it for the first time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Aaron Glenn was fantastic in his interviews, and they were excited to have him. Aaron Glenn, okay, this is great. Guys, I mean, some of the decision-making there, it has been brutal.
Yep.
Brutal for the New York Jets. End of the first half, I still haven't figured out what they were trying to do. And so we'll see. I mean, we'll end up seeing if he can turn it around. But I would say it's honestly already like an uphill battle for him to be able to turn it around.
We'll get you a Donnie and Dolly T-shirt. Okay?
Yep.
It's on the way.
Right away.
All right?
I would wear that. That'd be awesome.
Really?
You guys have Donnie and Dolly T-shirts?
We got golf shirts, hats, you name it.
Oh, everything. Come on, man. Just tell us what you want.
We'll send you a package.
I want a Donnie and Dolly shirt that says myfrontpagestory.com right across the chest.
Done.
I only watch Donnie and Dolly when I'm not ordering from myfrontpagestory.com.
Bingo.
It's a winner. No
Bingo.
question about it. Ross, thanks for this. Next week.
All right, see you fellas.